Filippo Pacinotti. It is the end of the Audi Melges 32 Sailing Series regatta in Porto Cervo. Unfortunately, we're not racing on the last day, but you finished the regatta in second place, and a sterling performance from you and your team. Just tell us a little bit about the regatta from your point of view.
The regatta was pretty usual to be in Porto Cervo. We got one light day, wind-wise, and then a stronger one. Unfortunately, today the Mistral is blowing over 35 knots, I think, so it's really impossible to sail. I think it's a diffuse situation all over the Tyrrhenian Sea. So
you finished the regatta in second place. You're pleased with that result?
Yeah, we are very pleased, very pleased. It's our second place in a row after Scarlino. We were a little bit worried about our performance in strong winds, and we felt consistent in light winds before Porto Cervo. So we kind of confirmed the light area, and we improved on higher winds, so we're pretty happy with it.
So how much sailing do you do away from the circuit itself? Do you get any time to train?
Oh no, I just train 1 or 2 days before every leg. And I do some practice when I can with the Melges 20, which I think is very helpful in terms of steering, even considering the Melges 32.
So you've been involved in Melges classes for a long time. We've been having these sort of conversations, but with the Melges 32, you got the chance to helm the boat. So tell us about that decision.
I mean, I was campaigning with the Melges 24 in a pretty professional way for a few years, and I was not helming that. So at a certain point, just to make it simple, I decided that if I have to spend some money, let's play in first row. And I decided to upgrade on the Melges 32. I was a little bit scared at the beginning, but then at the third year, I think it was the right decision.
And how much is involved in the planning and preparation and organisation for these sort of events?
I mean, logistics is always very important. The boat helps a lot because, of course, you don't need to transfer by sea. It's just linked to the organization of an 8-people crew, which to me it's a lot, in the sense that the Melges 32 has been my bigger boat ever. But I think that for people that is accustomed to race bigger boats, it's pretty simple.
And tell me a bit about the crew. You've assembled a pretty impressive lineup, but you're only allowed 3 professional crew on the boat. But just talk us through the crew.
Yeah, I mean, the crew is, I have some old friends sailing with me, and basically the 2 bosses of North Sails Northeast, which are the Casinari brothers, that are taking care of the tactics and the mainsail. Actually, we are sailing with just 2 pros on board, and we decided to go this way because we feel okay with it. And the peculiarity is that we are sailing in 9, so we are the only crew from what I know that is sailing now. We are pretty small in terms of weight, so we were forced to sail in 9. But I have not many pros on board.
And how have you found the challenge of steering a Melges 32? Because they're an easy boat to sail, but they're a hard boat to sail well.
I think it's easier than expected. Of course, the level over the years has grown a lot. I still remember the first time I was sailing a Melges 32 in Melges. I was falling in the water during a jibe. So let's say that we upgraded a little bit. I think the only problem can be really jibing with the big genakers, but there are many techniques coming on, so you just have to think a little bit to train. I think it's a simple boat, very light boat, so easy to handle.
So the professionals on board, as well as calling tactics, are they coaching you on your helming technique?
No, not really. I mean, the mainsail trimmer, of course, helps a lot with his experience. So we are accustomed to communicate a lot during the races. We do have an external coach that is taking care of our training days before, filming basically the maneuvers and things like that, and just showing the way to improve.
And just to talk a little bit about the Melges 32, the Audi Sailing Series, which has been running now for a few years. It seems to me these regattas are just getting better and better, and when we come to venues like Porto Cervo, it's fantastic sailing, yeah?
Yeah. I think Audi Sailing Series has grown a lot. They are right now trying to, with the exception of Porto Cervo and Scarlino, bring the series to big cities around Italy, which I think is a clever move. We are consistently around 20 or more, expecting 35 boats for the Worlds. So I think it's really the Melges 32 right now is the place to be.
And just talking about the Worlds, what are your expectations for that? How many boats do you expect?
I think 35. That's if I have to give my estimation. People think maybe even a little bit more, but I don't think we are going to be more than 35, which is in times like this, it's an impressive number.
And that is the goal for you right now, is to a good performance at the Worlds?
Of course it is. We decided not to sail with the expectations, because you can wake up really sweating a lot. So that's our style. We are working on consistency right now. That was our really worst characteristic, and we feel confident. Palma is, I never sailed in Palma, so I don't know what to expect. But if the winds is not going to be too much, I think we can be, top 5 or top 8, something like that.
One of the things about this class that I notice is that the potential for any team to win an event is quite big. Nobody is dominating in this class. Would you agree? I
agree, definitely. We have had 3 different winners on the first 3 legs. I think this will be the same for the events to come. I never sailed with a far 40, but they told me it's pretty similar right now in terms you can do a top 3 and the last 3 the race after, so the level is super high.
So what would you say to somebody who is watching this video, who is a potential owner of a Melges 32 and just wondering, how to get involved? I
would say that it's the more fun I ever sailed with, maybe with the exception of the 24, which unfortunately for me I was not helming. And don't be scared about what you see in the video, because it's just about a few hours of helming and you can do it.